In April, the International Civil Aviation Organization, otherwise known as ICAO, launched the Aviation Innovation Competition, and it called for youths to submit ideas on how to improve powered flight.
It received plenty of innovative ideas for new aircraft types that can be used in our skies or even in space. 4 Singapore students emerged with top honours, which caught the eye of Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong.
In a Facebook post, Mr. Lee expressed his delight at the students' achievements in the competition. He especially commended Michael Cham, who was 57 years old with 33 years of working experience. Mr. Lee said he was glad to see him embrace lifelong learning.
Transport Minister Khaw Boon Wan said the students did Singapore proud at Montreal. He expressed hope that they will remain interested in this sector and join Singapore's aviation sector as well. And we are very fortunate indeed this evening to have with us 2 of the winners, Stephen Muthukumar from ITE College Central and Lee Kern from Hwa Chong Institution. And they join us right here in the studio. Firstly, congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
Must be very proud of your achievements.
Yes.
Firstly, we'll come to you. You've won Global Winner of Prototypes competition.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about your concept.
So our concept basically is a hybrid engine. So how does a hybrid engine work is by an electric motor. So our current engine is a gas turbine engine, which has 2 turbines. One turbine is connected to the high pressure compressor. Another turbine is connected to the low pressure compressor. So our concept was to replace one of the turbine with the electric motor. So by doing that, we can reduce the weight of the engine, lesser energy is required from the core engine, and lesser fuel is burned. So with that, that's an low emission aircraft. So we also do have safety features such as the parachute will be deployed upon any emergency landing from the both ends. So inflatable tubes will come out to absorb the impact.
Okay, so quite a well thought out piece. And I suppose one of the biggest things about that is not just the cost saving, but the efficiency and also being able to use less fuel.
Yes.
Yeah, that's innovation in action for you, isn't it? Lee Kern, let's bring you in on the conversation about your project.
Yeah.
You called it Zaya. It was the APAC regional winner of concepts. So you proposed connecting, this is an interesting one, passenger drones with the metro system. So how did you come up with this concept?
Well, so I've been looking at some of the passenger drone designs for quite a while, especially those that are in fairly late prototyping stages, like you've got the famous eHang and now the Uber Elevate system. And while I think those are great designs, I do not think that they've fully capitalized on the kind of design freedom that the full access of the third dimension of travel that passenger drones kind of gives us. So one of these things is really modularity. So you know, like my example was ambulances helping like passengers who get a stroke like mid-air, and I think there can be kind of an interconnected system, and it doesn't just have to be like ambulances like saving passengers and stuff. You can have any kind of service that can connect with passenger drones in air, and of course connecting to a train system is a more energy efficient way of doing things, and can integrate with even more services. Yeah.
So I suppose with this question for both of you really, Stephen, I suppose when it comes to this sort of thing, being able to just sort of be free and creative and think sort of out of the box is part of the fun of a challenge like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that right? Like the sort of the freedom to try things that are perhaps not thought of before. And
to pass time, maybe we can think something creative that would help the others. So
So Lee Kern, what aspects of aviation do you think could be most improved upon? Because in your answer just now, you were just talking about some of the inefficiencies that we're seeing. So this kind of seamless integration, it makes sense. Yeah. You know, we haven't thought about it so far. You know, it takes a project like yours to kind of like tie all the loose ends together.
Yeah. Well, well, I mean, both of our designs or our projects are all about what we think can be improved in the aviation industry, and which is not limited to airplanes anymore. You have these drone designs. So I certainly agree with one of the main focuses of their project, which is to move away from jet fuel dependency. Because, you know, the price of jet fuel is going up and stuff like that, and it's not really good for the environment. But of course, I would like to see seamless integration in this passenger drone system, and it's something that I genuinely do believe will happen. But besides that, I like to turn my attention to space. You know, there's been a lot of developments in interplanetary transport, and I think one huge problem there is that there's not enough policy frameworks to kind of govern these innovations. So I don't think that's a very good thing. I think technology should be, you know, married with good policies. Yeah.
Stephen, a quick final question for you.
Sure.
What was the biggest obstacle you faced when developing your project?
I believe this was my first year, then I didn't know how exactly does an engine works. So that was a big obstacle that I faced. So through this competition, I had to go for a lot of lessons after school to just learn how does an engine works. Because then that's my obstacles, and I believe I have a good advantage. Like next year when I'm year 2, we are supposed to learn our engine module. So it will be an advantage for me because with the others who not learn, I can maybe help them, teach them about how the basic about the engines.
There's no better place to start than from scratch. Thank you very much, both of you, for coming into the studios to talk to us about your achievements there. We've been speaking there to Stephen, Muthukumar and Kern, 2 winners of the ICAO Aviation Innovation Competition.